Hello. So today our topic is lead and its uses. We got a very good morning today. So yes, lead is a bluish gray metal which, exposed to the air, develops a fine dark sheen that obscures its true brightness. Hence the term leaden, which we use, for example, in describing a dull gray sky. Two of the most striking characteristics of lead are its weight and softness. With a specific gravity of 11.3, it is the heaviest of the common base metals. At the same time, lead is so soft that you can scratch it with your fingernail. Lead metals at 334 degrees centigrade, a temperature that is quite frequently reached in the oven of a kitchen stove. It is malleable, which means that it can be easily shaped by hammering or beating, but it is not very ductile. You cannot draw it out in fine wires like copper, but it can be rolled into sheets. Its ores and main sources. Metallic lead is found in nature only in very small quantities. It exists mainly as a constituent of minerals ores from which it is extracted by various methods. The most common ores are galena, cressuit, and anglesite. The latter is named after Anglesey, where it was first found. Galena, which is the chief source of lead, is also associated with the development of radio. Before the invention of valves, the old wireless sets of the early 1920s were fitted with galena crystal. At that time, the only known means of detecting electromagnetic waves. Lead is obtained from galena ore by washing and crushing the raw material and then roasting it with added silica in reverberatory furnaces. During its second heating, a thick dross or scum forms on the surface and the molten lead is drawn off from beneath. There are other methods of extraction that depend on chemical reaction and the use of special furnaces. A less important source of lead is crussite or carbonate of lead. With the chemical formula PbCO3, this is geological derivative of galena and exists as a white, yellow or dark grey substance often called lead spar. From it we get the mixture of carbonate and oxide. We call white lead. This is the powder that is used as a pigment in white paint, in combination with other ingredients. White lead is also used for making plaster and putty. The lead compound in such mixtures is poisonous and must be used with the care. People have been known to suffer harmful effects after living in rooms decorated with white lead paint. The countries with the richest reserves of lead are America, Australia, Canada, Mexico, Peru, and Russia. America has the largest output, excluding Russia, for which statistics are not available, amounting to 1/4 of the total world production. Australia, Mexico, Canada, Western Germany, Belgium, and Britain follow in that order. Small deposits of galena are found in Sardinia too. Despite its weight and lack of strength, lead is a valuable metal. It has specialized properties which have brought it a wide variety of industrial uses. Lead mining goes back at least to the period 3000 to 2000 BC, when it was being extracted from galena in Egypt, Babylon, and other parts of the Near East. Even before that date, lead was being used by the Chinese. In classical times, it provided the raw material for many articles of general use: ointment pots, writing tables, toys, weights, and so on. Builders used it as a form of cement in the crevices between stones, and for fixing marble and bronze statues to their pedestals. The role of lead seems always to have been that of a most useful yet humble metal. Poor people who could not afford to offer statuettes of gold, silver, or bronze to gods brought votive gifts of lead. In those days, lead was also used by forgers for coining false money. Under the Roman Empire, great progress was made in the use of metals, and there was rapid growth in the technique of extraction and separation. Huge quantities of ore were mined in Britain and Spain, for lead was now needed for building aqueducts. The Romans attached great importance to supplying their towns with water. To avoid leakages at vital points, the ducts were lined with the lead sheeting, which was bent to the shape of the channel and soldered at the edges. Lead sheets were also used for roofing important buildings in ancient Rome. Windows, bullets, printing type. During the Middle Ages, houses began to be fitted with latticed windows. The panes were held in place by cames, which are the thin strips of lead you can see in any church with stained glass windows. To make these strips, the lead beaters used a primitive rolling mill and cutter, which was much improved in the 1700s to meet a growing demand for lead sheeting, used in making church organ pipes. His bullets were made of lead, says the old nursery rhyme. But bullets were not the first missiles in which lead made its appearance. Long before guns were invented, lead was used in the catapults and slings, and because of the ease with which it melted and the terrible wound it inflicted, our forefathers poured molten lead on their attackers when behind down the town walls and castle ramparts. The violent death of Edward II at Berkeley Castle is said to have been caused by this same metal. Since then, lead has brought death to millions of men and animals with bullets that have been fired at one time or another in every part of the world. At a time when the discovery of gunpowder was opening the way to the use of lead bullets, another much happier event gave this metal great importance in the field of culture and learning. This was the invention of printing. In very early days, letters for the printing press were made of wood, but by 1500, lead type was already quite common. Modern typesetters still depend on it, not in its pure form, but as an alloy consisting of 75% lead and 25% antimony, a mixture which is hard yet can quickly be melted down to reappear as new slugs of type. Lead in modern industry. Mixed with tin, lead forms that most useful of alloys which every do-it-yourself enthusiast known as a solder. Mixing in varying proportions with copper, tin and antimony, lead is used for making a series of special alloys called white and anti-refraction metals. The function of these alloys is to decrease the wear and tear on certain parts of engines, such as ball bearings. Lead is also used by the petrol industry for making the anti-knock additive that reduces pinking in car engines. The chemical industry uses lead in the construction of laboratory equipment and as a raw material in the many processes. Sulfuric acid, for example, is made in lead chambers. The electrical industry uses lead for the electrodes in batteries and accumulators, and much more important for the protection of high tension power cables. In nuclear engineering, lead is the metal used as a screen to protect human beings from the deadly effects of atomic radiation. So lead is playing its part in one of the most modern of our scientific industries. At the beginning of this century, a high proportion of the world's lead production was being used by the paint industry. For the manufacture of white and red lead paint and certain pigments, the chemical compounds of lead had become vital. Until a few decades ago, people know that the lead is poisonous, and its poisonous nature cause of great concern to the food canning industry. Ordinary soldered tins and even silver paper or tin foil wrappings of tea, tobacco and chocolate have in the past caused food poisoning. This was due to the chemical reaction which released small quantities of lead to contaminate the product. Nowadays, this problem has been overcome by improved methods for canning, by the substitution of aluminum foil for tin foil. Another danger that has not been completely eliminated is the sickness called Saturnism. For a long time, it has been recognized that people working in factories where lead is used may lose weight and suffer a form of wasting sickness. This is caused by the lead poisoning or Saturnism, so called because Saturn was the symbol for the lead used by the medieval alchemist. So I hope you like this reading, and this is the lead lines which were used in the glass windows in past.